To Math Simplified, this video is for 9th standard students. We are studying the third chapter Algebra. Today's topic is GCD of Polynomials, exercise 3.9. Please subscribe and share with your friends also. Exercise 3.9. Find the GCD for the following. In lower classes, you learnt about HCF of numbers. Okay, HCF is the same thing as GCD. So, just like for numbers, how we used to factorize and write it in exponent form and find the HCF, the same way we are going to do for polynomials also. So, always remember that factors and divisors, they are the same term. Okay, so here GCD, that is greatest common divisor. So, this is the polynomial. The variable here is P. Okay, it is written in exponent form like this. So, we have to find the greatest common divisor for these three polynomials. So, okay. So, what is the common divisor here? P. Okay. And the least power of P will be the greatest common divisor. Okay. If you simplify it, this I have done it for your understanding. See here, P raised to 5 is equal to P raised to 5. How? P raised to 11, we can write it as P raised to 5 multiplied by P raised to 6. Is it not? When you multiply these two exponents, when the base is same, you add the indices. So, P raised to 11 is equal to P raised to 5 into P raised to 6. P raised to 9, again P raised to 5 into P raised to 4. Okay. So, what is the greatest common divisor? That divisor should be common for all three polynomials. It is P raised to 5. Okay. So, here, this is, I have written, these steps I have written it for your understanding. Directly also you can write the answer. Whenever you are given polynomials like this in exponent form, if the base is same, write down the base first and then the least power you have to write it. So, that will be the GCD, the greatest common divisor. Okay. So, here next sum, these are the three polynomials, 4x cube, y cube, z cube. So, first look at the coefficients of these terms. So, 4, 1, 1. So, what is the common divisor? It is 1 only. Okay. And look at the variables. There are no common variables. Here it's x, y and z. So, again 1. So, GCD is equal to 1. Okay. Next sum. This is the number 9a square b square c cube. So, first factorize the coefficient. Write it in exponent form like this. This also factorize. Okay. Now, you can see here we have 5 but it is not here. So, it is not a common divisor. Okay. 3 is here, 3 is here. So, it's a common divisor. Now, look at the least power. Here it is 3 raised to 1, this is 3 raised to 2. So, 1 is the least power. So, 3 raised to 1. Okay. Then, look at the variables. Here common divisor is, see here, A. Write down A. Which is the least power? 2 or 3? 2. So, write down A raised to 2. Then, common divisor is B. Least power is 2 again. Common divisor is C, least power is 3. Write down. So, GCD, the greatest common divisor is 3 into A square into B square into C cube. Okay. Next sum, 64 x raised to 8, 240 x raised to 6. So, let's factorize this. See, I have done this in a very simple way. I have written it as 16 into 4 and 240 as 16 into 15. Or you could write it in terms of powers of 2 also. Okay, you will get the answer. When you factorize it, you can write this 64 as power of 2. Even that is okay. Yeah. Okay. So, now here I can see that common divisor is 16. Okay, I have written it 16 and the variable is x here and the least power is 6. So, 16 x raised to 6. Okay. If you do it in factorize it and write it in powers of 2, you will get answer as 2 raised to 4 x raised to 6. Even that is the correct answer. Okay. Question 5, ab square c cube, a square b cube c, a cube b c square. Okay. So, you can see a is common to 3. So, write down a. And then look at the power. The least power is 1. Here it is 1. So it will be raised to 1. Okay, here write down next b. It is common for all three. Least power here again is 1. So b raised to 1. So even if you write b raised to 1, that is also okay, or you can leave it simply as b. If you leave it as b, it means b raised to 1. Okay. So here c cube, c and c square. So here again c is common and the least power is 1. Okay. Therefore GCD is a into b into c. Okay. Next sum. Okay. So take this polynomial. Here it is. Factorize it. Next, take this, factorize it. Take this polynomial and factorize it. You can see this will be 7 square. Okay, 7 into 7 is 7 square. So what the common is 7, least power is 1. So write down 7. Then x is also common. Write down the least power here is 1. Y is also common. Write down y. Least power is 1. Z is also common. The least power is 2. So GCD is equal to 7x by z square. 7th sum. Okay, so this is the polynomial. Factorize it. Write it in terms of power. This is another polynomial. 100 is what? 25 into 4. 25 is 5 square into 2 square. 2 square is 4. Okay, write down in terms of powers. 125 is 5 raised to 3. Okay, once you have written it down like this, write down the common divisor here, that is 5, and which is the least power? 2. So write down 2. Okay, common divisor is a and the least power is 1, and b is also common to all three polynomials. Write down b, least power is 1. C is here in this first polynomial, second polynomial, but it is not in the third polynomial. So I am not going to write C here. The common divisor is 25AB. Okay. So 3ABC, 5x by z, 7pqr. So is there any common divisor in 3, 5 and 7? No, it's only 1. And here nothing is in common. This is ABC, this is x by z, this is PQ. So again 1 only. So GCD is equal to 1. Find the GCD of the following. Okay. So here these are the factors of polynomial. It's written in bracket like this. This is a this polynomial has got the single factor. Okay. This also has a single factor. Okay. It's not there is no common factor here. Okay, this is a different factor, this is completely different factor. So GCD is equal to 1. Okay, so here it is a raised to m plus 1, a raised to m plus 2, a raised to m plus 3. This I am writing for your understanding for this thing. Otherwise directly you can write down the answer. So what is the common divisor here? A. And which is the least power? Obviously it is m plus 1. So the GCD is a raised to m plus 1. Or you can simplify this further if you want to. A raised to m plus 1 is a raised to m into a. A raised to m plus 2 is a raised to m into a raised to 2. A raised to m into a raised to 3. So the common here is a raised to m. And this is a and the least power is 1. So what is a raised to m into a raised to a? That is a raised to m plus 1. Okay. Directly itself you can write this answer. Okay. Sum number 3. These are the two polynomials. Okay. Write it down first. Let's factorize this first. Okay. So here we can say that the common factor here is a. Okay. In the bracket what will it go? A into 2a, and this a if you take out as common factor you get 1 here. So in the bracket it will be 2a plus 1. If you open the bracket you will get this. See, 2a square plus a. Okay. Here we can factorize this by identities. You know that identity, x minus y into x plus y is equal to x square minus y square. That identity we are going to put. This is a perfect square. Write it in bracket like this. Minus 1. So if you factorize, you get 2a minus 1 into 2a plus 1. Okay. Now we have factorized these polynomials. Let's see common. What are the common divisors here or factors? Okay. Anything. So here we can see 2a plus 1 is here. Here also 2a plus 1. So GCD is equal to 2a plus 1. Here there are no common factors. So GCD is 1. Okay. Fifth sum. Let's factorize this. This will give us x square plus 1 into x square minus 1. Okay. This cannot be factorized further. We'll write it as it is. This can be factorized as these two factors. X square minus 1 into x square minus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 1. So these are the factors, 3 factors. Okay. X square minus 1 is equal to x minus 1, x plus 1. So if you compare these two, what are the common factors? X minus 1 and x plus 1. That is the GCD. Okay, sixth sum. So here are the two polynomials. First factorize it, take out a common. You are left with a square minus 9x square. Write 9x square as 3x the whole square. Now factorize this, you get a minus 3x and a plus 3x. Leave a as it is here outside. Okay. Now takes the next polynomial. You cannot factorize this further. Leave it as it is. So here this is the common factor and the least power is 1. A minus 3 the whole raised to 1. So here GCD is a minus 3x. So here we come to the end of the exercise. Please go through the video once again and